Today on Drawbli,
I am drawing a mechanic.
hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are drawing together because art is better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out our guidebook on daily drawing, linked below.
I am drawing anyway a person posing as a mechanic. It was a pretty cool reference image that I don't have here, but it's a girl like in a jumpsuit thing and she's holding some wrenches and stuff. So yeah, I'm drawing a mechanic. If she's a real mechanic, I have no idea. But I was inspired because
In every episode of Drawbli, we have to tell everyone how the people in our references might be paid actors.
They might in fact be paid actors. My sister is a paid Valvoline, or was. She worked at Valvoline for a while, and she really liked it. I think she really liked, though, this aesthetic of like, I don't know, jumpsuits and all that stuff. So I drew this kind of as an homage to Ava's career at Valvoline.
To one of your many sisters.
Yes, yes. Also because it kind of reminds me of the vibe of Brig from Overwatch, which is very fun as well. So I really enjoyed the sketching process. The reference carried many, many folds in this jumpsuit, which were difficult to perfectly articulate to my satisfaction.
This looks so cool, though. Like, this looks awesome.
I really enjoyed the sketching process on this. I really struggled with the painting process. And then in the reference, she's sitting next to this engine block. So I got to sketch that in as well, very haphazardly because I don't know anything about how engines are actually supposed to look.
No one
So
does.
I roughly drew what was there. And if it's wildly weird to somebody who knows what engines are, then that's on me. But yeah, I spent a while on the sketch. I really enjoyed it. I really did struggle quite a bit with the painting process.
You mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
because
feel like when you get to that point, do you feel like you should just, go back to your sketch and be like, I'm just keeping the lines in there, not even going to do the paint? Or do you stick it out? Do you push through?
I really wanted to stick it out. I was like, I can do more, and therefore I must try, because that's part of getting better, is to try things that feel like they're beyond you, even if you don't succeed.
That is very true.
Even though I knew I may not do the best job, I wanted to try. And I did. And it wasn't terrible, and it was a great practice. So.
This is far beyond anything that I could do, Abby.
Well, as we were talking about in one of your previous videos, I guess this would technically be a level 5 artwork because it's a full character with a full environment.
Well, maybe level 4 because it's a simple environment, right? It doesn't have, it's not a character in this really detailed scene. Although there's a lot going on.
That's true. No, I would agree. But even that a level 4 is so beyond a very good execution, I should say. Obviously I could attempt it, but my level of refinement left a lot to be desired, because when you add more detail, you add more work. It's so much work, even to refine a very simple object. I used to paint my AirPod case over and over.
That was a great one. Practice.
It was great practice, but even such a tiny, simple object took a lot of practice and work to make it look really nice. And this is a massive, in comparison, piece that would require
it's like painting 100 AirPods.
It's like painting 100 AirPod cases. Exactly. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed the process, and I'm trying to a little bit more use natural gradients and put those in without needing to use a brush stroke for everything. So that was fun to challenge myself there as well on this, to try to get that look of smooth changes.
Abby, I have been slacking. I have been doing just portraits lately for quite a while, and here you are trying to do a full character with this awesome background. I am going to do a full character next.
Okay, just so you know, it can be a little discouraging. You might come away thinking that you don't know what you're doing.
I'm gonna do amazing. I have really high hopes. There's no way I could fail.
No?
Absolutely not. No, I am so confident in my success.
It's something. It is just so much. And I don't have that extended art attention span yet, where I'm I'm gonna work on this for 40 hours, maybe 8 hours to 40 hours and be fine with that.
Well, it's different when it's your job, or you have an extrinsic motivator, such as a client waiting for a piece, or you need to send it to your boss. or something like that. So it's a bit different. Or one that I'm all too familiar with. I need to get this video out the door like in less than 10 months. So I need to work on this sculpt.
Yeah, our deadlines come a little faster than that mark. Yeah, absolutely. But no, it was really fun to work on, and I feel like I did improve by working on it. Like even every attempt that, even the ones that don't turn out great, are still like, a mark on the wall, something to say like I worked on this and
Absolutely.
I probably got a little better.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, and I think that is my main thing with Drawbli, and probably always will be, where every single time we create something, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. At the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter. We're still pushing and trying to improve. And if you just very clearly look back at the history of Drawbli, you can see extreme improvement over the history of our channel.
Yeah, it's so fun to look back already and see like what we've changed, or in some areas where we've kind of stayed the same, which is where I'm kind of seeing like our different styles shine through. Because at this point, we have to say we have a style, right?
I think the artworks that we create are very different from one another. Just in terms of like lines.
Yeah.
Lines alone. I think the colors we choose are different,
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm looking at your stuff, what's so fun is like getting to see, oh, that's how she did that? That's really interesting. I would like to, maybe try something like that. Or that's not the color I would have chosen there. Maybe I could stand to be a little less saturated all the time.
That's funny you mentioned the color though, because I do notice on your pieces, like it's often like color palettes that I'm like, oh, I don't think I necessarily would have gravitated towards that, but I love that. That's such a great combination.
It's so kind of you. You often say my colors are too saturated.
I do?
You have before.
I have.
It was so hurtful.
It was maybe one time. What's this often?
It was one time, and
my
it
gosh.
hurt so bad. It's the one time I've ever received negative feedback.
Oh my goodness, you are so silly. Your colors are perfect, Ben.
I knew it. I knew it was true. So you mentioned at the beginning that the painting you felt like didn't go well, but this is looking really cool. Like why do you feel like this didn't go well?
It was just really hard to capture the folds of this jumpsuit without getting away from me and getting really muddy. So I really
There are a lot of folds.
There's so many folds, and I felt like to capture them with lines went pretty well and was pretty fluid and easy, and I liked the result of that. But so I ended up kind of I forget. Did I leave kind of a combination of the sketch and the painting? I'm not exactly sure what I did now.
I'm not sure either.
But I tried. But I was actually decently okay with it by the end. Oops, I've turned off my clipping mask here.
Abby,
temporarily.
How could you do that?
Oops.
I love her yellow skin. Her very bright yellow skin.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was crossing my mind at that moment.
I've seen the end piece and I know that you work on it more.
Yeah, she still stays pretty saturated though. So anything I've ever said to you about overly saturated, I need to listen to that because this is very, very saturated skin.
I think these folds are looking really cool, so.
Thank you.
I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh, I don't know. Who even knows? So much detail work though to focus on already when and there's still so much to do. I enjoyed working on the little engine block though. That was pretty fun.
Watching you create this makes me just want to get up and go paint right this second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, wow, this is so fun to watch. I'm like, now I need to go paint.
I know. I love that when something makes you feel like you want to go paint right away because it's so fun to watch it be created. There's a lot of artists that make me feel that way.
Now, how did you feel about the lighting in this piece? Did you feel like it, was easy to capture?
The lighting, well, I think that I
just saw you use some of my secret techniques.
Yeah, I felt like it went better once I blocked out the blue behind her because there isn't any blue there in the reference, and then allowed her to kind of stand out as the big saturated piece in here instead of that bright blue spark of sky. But the original reference didn't have very dramatic lighting. It was pretty front lit and normal.
I feel like that is sometimes the hardest when there's only like everything's almost flat. like in terms of lighting. I'm like, where do I shadow?
It's hard to catch those subtle gradients that show like a shift from a foreground to background or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like whenever there's like a studio or a really strong, bright studio lighting setup on like a portrait, I'm like, this feels like everything's so bright, so it's just hard to capture the form.
Yeah, here at the end here, I don't think I was even looking at the reference. I was just kind of like guessing and trying to make something that I thought looked okay and fun to look at.
It's good.
Thank you.
The skin's not yellow.
No, it's not as vibrantly yellow as it was before.
No, I love this. I love how painterly it is too. You mentioned not liking the painting, but you're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
And your face is super cool and cute.
I liked how the face turned out. Yeah, I didn't mind that. Like, I was like, it's not perfect, but I don't hate it either. So that's a victory in my book.
That is a Drawbli victory.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Changing the color of the overalls, no longer blue. That was cool.
I like doing that too.
That was awesome. This is awesome. This is so cool.
Thank you.
You did a really good job on this.
Well, if you want to do a really good job on this, hit that subscribe button.
And the like button. Abby, you can't forget to tell them, if you don't
it's
tell them to click the like
line.
button,
I don't
they
know.
Won't click it.
Like, click the like button, please, or Ben is gonna he's gonna have a conniption.
Or we're gonna have to get a divorce.
Oh my god, that escalated so fast.
And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw, every day at the link below.
And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goomba.
Ben, I hope enough people like this video.
Yeah, if less than 4 million people like the video, we have to get it up.
You're sure gonna miss me.
Yes, I would.